what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you again. This time, we're going to go over to the Rolling Stone, and you can find this in the music news section. And this is about the late, great ODB, Old Dirty Bastard. Seems his widow filed a $1 million lawsuit against the Wu-Tang Clan Productions. Irene Jones claims ODB's estate hasn't been paid 10 years of royalties, though RZA sent her a $130,000 check last July. This article was done by Thomas Meir and Nancy Dillon. ODB's uh, widow filed a breach of contract lawsuit Tuesday accusing the Wu-Tang Clan's production company of willfully refusing to pay royalties and publishing income of ODB's estate over the last decade. In her 10-page complaint obtained by Rolling Stone, Irene Jones, administrator of her late husband's estate, is asking for damages at least $1 million plus interest, as well as a detailed accounting of records. This is not an attack on Wu-Tang Productions Inc., but a last legal resort we have had to pursue after being denied and ignored on this matter for over 10 years, a spokesman for the estate said in a statement to Rolling Stone. The statement said Wu-Tang Clan Productions, owned by Wu-Tang member Robert RZA Diggs, has willfully refused to compensate or provide accounting records to the estate of Old Dirty Bastard despite being contractually obligated. The estate will randomly receive partial checks, such as the one sent for $130,000 in July of 2021 from Wu-Tang Productions, but without financial records, we have no indication of the exact amount the estate is still owed, the statement reads. It is crucial to understand ODB's widow and the administrator of the estate, Irene Jones, has been requesting these financial records for years and has a legal obligation to do so. The complaint says that the estate also received unspecified payments from Warner Lane Publishing Company in 2019 and 2020, but the combined payments represents a small percentage of the amount payable to the estate under the recording agreement. Ooh. The lawsuit describes ODB's real name, Russell Tyrone Jones, as a world-renowned rapper, producer, and songwriter who co-founded the Wu-Tang Clan in Staten Island, New York in 1992 and enjoyed a prolific platinum-selling career before his untimely death in 2004 at the age of 35. The paperwork says ODB, along with fellow Wu-Tang Clan members Dennis Ghostface Killer, Coles Corey Raekwon Woods, and Gary Jizza Grice, I apologize, signed an exclusive 1992 recording agreement with Wu-Tang Productions that promised the artists a 50% share of net royalties and advances related to their sound recordings. According to the lawsuit, ODB also granted Wu-Tang Productions permission to exploit his co-publishing rights and names, portraits, pictures, likeness, and biographical material for merchandise, sales, and video in exchange for a 50% cut of the earnings on his copyright and image. Despite its repeated efforts and requests, the estate has been unable to obtain payment and accounting from the defendant under the recording agreement for the sale of Wu-Tang Clan recordings and ODB's recordings since at least 2011. The new filing in Manhattan Supreme Court alleges a rep for Wu-Tang Clan did not immediately respond to Rolling Stone's request for comment. Attempts to reach out to Diggs, who is also ODB's cousin, were not immediately successful. The complaint lists the highlights of ODB's career, starting with the Wu-Tang Clan's 1993 debut album, Into the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, which featured ODB on all but 2 tracks and went triple platinum, selling more than 3 million copies during his later solo endeavors. ODB released the hit single Got Your Money, as well as the greatest hit album, The Trials and Tribulations of Russell Jones. ODB spent several years in and out of jail before November 2004, when he died of a drug overdose at RZA's recording studio in New York. He had missed several of the group's performances over several months before his death, unfortunately. Wow, man. Sad that it had to come to this. I never thought or assumed that, it would have been an issue in that area. They always seemed, the whole group as a whole, to me, always seemed like a tight-knit, group, more so family, brothers, family business. Definitely looked out for one another. And, it's just disappointing for me to, be going through news articles and see this, and it's like, wow, man, hopefully I'm just thinking that it's a misunderstanding, and, due to a lot of things that have occurred throughout the 10 years, it was just simply a delay rather than, them intentionally withholding anything from ODB's widow spouse. And hopefully they can work this out, man, because, man, come on. You know what I mean? One of the most legendary rap groups in history, you know, this doesn't not need to be on their list of things that they have done, accomplishments and achievements. Not to my knowledge has any of the other group members reached out and spoke out about this. So I'm going to just leave it at that. And now it's time for you guys to drop down in the comment section and, let me know how you feel about this. Let me know what's your favorite Wu-Tang Clan, um, you know, joint. Mine's definitely is Triumph, Ice Cream, 36 Chambers, Protect Your Neck. Um, it's so many that I could just name, but that's, just a piece of, from catalogs spread out over many years. Um, that's my favorite. So let's get the discussion going in the comment section. And with that, you guys, I will talk to you in the next video.